So today I'm bringing you 7 more ballet hacks that actually work and will hopefully make your life easier as a dancer. Hi everybody, today we are going to be doing another hacks video. The miracle about this is I'm still actually coming up with them. So I'm bringing you 7 hacks today that will hopefully make life easier, make Nutcracker season easier. These are all new, you have not seen them before, so let's get into it. So the very first one is to help your toes after a long day in pointe shoes. I'm sure through your Nutcracker performances, you guys are gonna be in pointe shoes literally all day long. Been there. So what happens is your toes just get scrunched and scrunched and scrunched and scrunched and scrunched, and at the end of the day, it's really good to let them breathe. And I'm sure you've seen those like yoga toes and all these kind of other products that you can use to help your toes out. But if you want a cheap, low budget option, all you need are some little pedicure things. Just stick them in your toes at the end of a long dancing day, maybe for like 20 minutes or so, and the action of those toes spreading and redoing the reverse of the pointe shoe is really gonna help the circulation in your feet. It's gonna help your feet feel better the next day, so you're not constantly like this for weeks and weeks and weeks. So just go to the drugstore or, you know, CVS or something and just get some pedicure ones. They're super cheap. These I happen to find that are like sparkly red for Christmas. So perfect for Nutcracker. So number 2 is something I actually showed you how to do recently on Suffolk's YouTube channel. Side note, I'm doing videos for them now. I'll link them in a card and in the box below. But a lot of you have extra fabric on the sides of your pointe shoes, like myself, and it hides your foot. It's really annoying, it just bags. So I'm gonna show you a really easy way to sew the side up that looks good, that doesn't have like a bunch of thread just hanging out on the side of your pointe shoe. And it's super easy and does the trick. So what I'm gonna do is start towards the heel, and I'm gonna put, this is the one time you put your thread all the way through. You're gonna start it from the inside of the shoe somewhere, pick a place, and just start there. So you're going to make a stitch. Again, not going through that canvas layer. Put your finger behind it. Take a little stitch next to it, and just through the satin layer, stick the needle through like so, and pull. Okay? Back to the other side. Stick your needle through like that. Again, only through the satin, and pull. And we're going to go along this line. Now the further apart you make your stitches, the more the fabric is going to pull together. So if you only want a little bit, make these closer together. So I would make it here instead of about here. But I need a lot of fabric taken off the sides, so I'm going to pull it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect line. It really doesn't matter. I just am not a fan of that whip stitch look threading on the outside of your shoe. So again, just going through that satin layer. And actually, dancers, I find this easier to do before you sew on your elastic. This is the first step that I do to my shoes before I sew ribbons and elastic. Just find it easier to navigate without elastic. Also with this, make sure you don't double your thread. You need a single strand of thread. All right, here's where the magic happens. What you're gonna do is you're gonna pull this thread. Pull, pull, pull. Don't be afraid to really pull it. You can pull hard. I have to turn it around. Pull it hard. Look, it folds in on itself. Is that not cool? I thought that was so cool. And again, then you're not going to have all those stitches on the outside of your foot. It's just going to look like a seam, which from probably 2 feet away, you're not going to be able to tell. And don't be afraid to really pull this thread so you get that good line. So now to finish this off, I'm going to push it back through the shoe. I want to knot it on the inside. Hard to tell with the ribbons. And I'm just going to knot that thread. And that's it. I probably would have done a better job had I not done with ribbons elastic. It would have turned out a little bit better like this one. But so I recommend if you're going to do this first. But now you stick your shoe on and it's just a better line for me. See, I don't need the shoe coming all the way up my foot. I'd like it to come down a little bit. I probably could have even started a little further back like I did with this one, but the elastic's in the way. So that's why I recommend you start before the elastic. So all you do is that little stitch, sew it up, pull it, and you've got the extra fabric off the side of your shoe so your arches can be seen. Okay, hack number 3. Do any of you ever have the opportunity to not wear tights in your shoes, and then when you put your tights back on and then put your shoes back on, it feels weird? You feel like you have too many layers on? Well, I'm gonna show you how to cut the toes and the heel out of these bad boys so nobody will know that you're actually having skin right up against shoe. This is a trick that we all used as professionals. I still do it. Obviously for performances, 9 times out of 10, it's pink tights, pink shoes, but you still want the feel of not having the tights. This is how to do it. So you're gonna make a snip right where the big toe is, and then you wanna leave some fabric in between the big and second toe so this will stay. And then you're gonna cut out a hole again on the other side, and the other 4 toes will go through it. But make sure you have that in between space in between your toes, because otherwise it will ride up. So you wanna keep it down. Now if you also wanna cut the heel out, it's exactly the same thing. You're just gonna take a little snip at that heel, cut a hole, stick your heel through, and that's it. You're good to go. Definitely recommend doing the toes. If you want to do the heel, it's optional, but the toes make such a difference. So start doing this, and I guarantee you, you will start to feel your shoes a little bit better. Because that was always my problem when I put the pink tights in the pink shoes. It was like an extra layer that I just didn't want and didn't need. So by cutting the toes out of your tights, welcome to the club, you can alleviate that problem. Okay, number 4. Obviously, many of you get injuries or just have some flare-ups of things that you need to ice. Icing is part of injury prevention and recovery and all of that, especially during Nutcracker season. So a more effective way to ice, rather than just sticking an ice bag on top of your injury, is to do a self-ice massage. Now I want to preface this by saying make sure you've done your research or you've gone to a PT person to make sure you should ice whatever particular injury it is. And you're not supposed to heat it. However, most of the time you should ice instead of heat. Things like tendinitis or swollen muscles or just kind of aggravation, ice does wonders. But instead of just sticking that ice bag on top, grab an ice cube. You'll probably need a paper towel to prevent your fingers from literally frostbite. And just massage directly onto the area. What this is gonna do is not only get that swelling down, but it's gonna stimulate the circulation. It's really gonna pinpoint that ice and that cold right to the area that you need it to. Instead of kind of just sticking the bag of peas on your foot and hoping for the best, this ice is gonna get right into that problem, and it's actually gonna help it feel better faster. I learned this trick from an actual PT physical therapist, so it does work. I'm not just making this up. Ice massage is really good, especially for feet and calf problems. So if you're having an injury that needs, you want to get that swelling down and you want to get the pain down, like tendinitis, try doing the ice massage. It takes a little bit more willpower because you want to put the ice directly on the injury, but I promise you it will actually work faster. Okay, number 5. Do any of you ever hand wash your leotards and it takes like forever because you don't want to ruin them, you don't want to put them in with jeans or something that could tear them? I have a trick for you. This is what I do. Get a little mesh laundry bag. You can find these pretty much anywhere. You can get them on Amazon or whatnot. And what you want to do is stick your leotards in this mesh bag. When you do a load of laundry, you can get a couple, and if you have to do 6 leotards, put 2 in each. And you can throw them in the washing machine. What this does is it kind of protects the leotard from any zippers or any other thing, but you still get the machine wash clean. Because for me, no matter how many times I hand wash anything, it's just not going to be as clean as actually throwing it in the washing machine. So I will stick my leotards in this little bag, throw them in the washing machine with the appropriate color load, and then I'll take them out and hang them up to dry, and they get really clean. They stay pristine. If there's lace on them, they don't snag or anything, and it's so much easier than hand washing every single one. My radiator has decided to join us. Shut up. Okay, number 6 is when you have to wear a red lip on stage. Oftentimes you'll wear a red lip for Nutcracker and such, and it might spill or it might start to bleed or just not give you as pristine of a line as you want, even if you're using lip liner. Here is a trick. What you want to do is after you put your red lip on, you could do it before, but it's actually more effective to do it after. Get a little concealer brush and put some concealer right along that lip line. It's almost like you're lining the outside of the lip with concealer. This is going to add an extra barrier to the lipstick, and so it's not really going to bleed at all, and it's actually going to give you a nice clean line, especially if you don't like lip liner. This is also great for non-dancers. If you want a red lip but don't want the harsh look of a lip liner, put on your red lipstick and then just outline your mouth in concealer. Play around whether you do it before you put the lipstick on or after. I usually do it after, but it really makes a nice line without a big ol' lip liner line, and it helps it from bleeding and running, especially when you're sweating on stage. Okay, my last hack is not really a hack, but it's something you can do on a daily basis to either warm up your feet or to strengthen your feet. Anybody who has taken a Pointe class that I have given has done this little combination, and they hate me for it, but it's really good for you. And if you do this every day, guys, your feet will get so strong and your Pointe shoes will feel like part of you. Again, you can do this in between bar and center. You can do this on your own. You can do this if you have to stick your shoes on and then go rehearse, but you want to re-warm up your feet even after you've already done class. So all it is in first we do 4 plie relevés, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, then 4 straight leg relevés, lower down and up, lower down and up, lower down and up, lower down and up, which is actually an eleve. And then you're just going to do 4 demi-pointe toes, toes and up and toes and up and toes and up and toes and up, and then you're going to balance for 4 counts. And you do the same thing in first, second, here comes the fun part, right foot and left foot. And the trick with this is not to hang on the bar, especially on one foot. It's almost impossible to do those demi toes without hanging onto the bar. You obviously can't do that in the center, like it's hard. But what this is gonna do is build strength in those metatarsals, and it's gonna help your shoes feel like they're part of your feet. So one more time. Plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve. Elevate down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up. Demi-pointe and up, demi-pointe and up, demi-pointe and up, demi-pointe and up. Balance, 4 counts. And then you're gonna do the same thing in second. Then you're gonna do on one foot in coupe and then do it on the other foot in coupe. It is not meant to be pretty. It is not meant to be fun. It is meant to build strength and to warm up those feet and get those feet ready for your performances. So start doing those and I guarantee you'll see a big improvement in your pointe work. Okay guys, so that is it from me. Brand new hacks. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any more hack suggestions, if you want more pointe shoe hacks or bar hacks like I did previously or center hacks, leave me a comment in the box below and I will be happy to oblige. If you missed that video on bar hacks, it's right down there. You can click it to watch. Love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.